Good afternoon, this is Evan with Build Brothers Roofing and Solar doing a digital inspection out here on an architectural asphalt shingle roof. This style of shingle is a presidential style, so we don't see this too often. Looks super cool, the way that the design looks. And I just wanted to point out a few things in a video as I do my inspection here. So first off, the first thing I noticed is that this roof is more than likely a overlay project. The reason I can tell is that the shingle is installed, cut, and laid around all the flashings here. Right here, right here, and then around the vents also. In addition to that, you can see here that there are multiple layers. So I believe that this overlay is the second layer of shingle over the existing roof back when they did the overlay project. And the other way that I know it was an overlay is because the old dormer vents from around 30 to 40 years ago, these were the method of ventilation that was installed. They still kept these and just wrapped the layer of shingle around these vents here. You have 36 solar panels installed on this roof, and we'll get to the rest of the system here in a second. But now I would like to highlight the flat torch down modified bitumen section. So on these kind of torch down roofs, we look for a 1/4 inch bleed out, which I am seeing in some of the seams, but naturally with age, those that 1/4 inch bleed out will shrink, and you can see that in some of the seams here. That's normal wear and tear that happens with age, but this torch down modified bitumen roof was installed properly. And at the standoffs of the solar, they used chem curbs. This is a method to flash the penetrations where they installed it, so that all checks out as well. You can see the granule depletion is really the main thing that I noticed on this torch down roof, which shows an age of around 10 to 15 years, maybe a little bit more. Granules have built up around here. Torch down modified bitumen roofs usually have a life expectancy of around 15 years, or at least a 15-year manufacturer's warranty on it. They don't last much longer without eventual failure. You have a solar tube that was properly flashed. You can see that they cut out a square here for that penetration, along with this one here. So that checks out. With the solar installation on the shingle roof, I wanted to verify that it was installed using flashings. And I hope I can get my camera in there to see. I can. You can see there that it was installed with flashings, which checks out. So the solar installation was done professionally, and that checks out. It is an old solar installation though. This system is well over 10 years old. You can tell by the style of these panels, but it was a professional job. And then at the conduit, you also have flashings here that have integrated with the shingle roof, or I should say the shingle roof integrated with these flashings here. These are all methods that keep a home watertight when you do have solar integrated with a roof. You do have a little area here on a penetration where the seal has cracked. So that is an area where water can potentially get through here. You always want to make sure the seals are, or the penetrations are sealed up or resealed once they do crack. And then I checked this out earlier, but you have a drip edge around the entire perimeter of this roof. So that checks up to code as well. Let's go to the rest of the roof here. The shingle courses themselves look to be in good condition. I don't see much fiberglass at all. I don't see much granule loss on the shingle itself, except for this roof plane here. All that shiny stuff you see there is exposed fiberglass. And when fiberglass is exposed, it will greatly affect the waterproofing capability of a roof. And so this plane is obviously just getting a lot more sunlight than the other planes, and it's deteriorating because of that. There's another example of all those layers that you're seeing, which proves the roof is an overlay project. Overlay roofing projects on a shingle roof usually have a lifespan of anywhere from 15 to 20 years. They don't last as long as a full tear off and replacement. And at the valleys, you have some metal. This is designed to Let water flow off freely with no debris buildup here. You have two skylights here that look to be flashed properly, and the shingle overlay obviously integrated properly with it, as you can see. I'll highlight that as well. You have a couple tune-ups. So this penetration, you have a repair that was done here. And then another one right over here. And it could be that it was just freshly painted, but this does look newer than, you know, around 30 years old. So in my professional recommendation / opinion, the roof has around 5 to 10 years left of life on it. The overlay is always a good option to save cost, but I do not believe the roof has been fully torn off and replaced in over 20 to 30 years, especially with the old original dormer vents. So I believe that an overlay project was done within the last 10 to 15 years, maybe a bit sooner, but there hasn't been a full tear off and replacement in quite a while. So the roof itself has around 5 to 10 years left of life on it, approximately. The torch down roof here, I believe it only has around 3 to 5 years left of remaining life on it. So I don't have any recommendations. There's no active leaks that I'm aware of. And so the only thing that I could recommend is a full roof tune-up to get the most out of the remaining life that this roof has, where we'll come out, we'll address all the sensitive areas, reseal all penetrations, and do a more investigative process to address all the potential failure points. That roof tune-up, I'll let the realtor know about that, but that is my inspection video for this property. I'll get this video out to the realtor. Thanks for watching. Bye.